So the Menopause Society just released a research article that I think you're going to want to see. So this article just came out on the Menopause Journal, Quality of Life in Postmenopausal Women and its Association with Sarcopenia. This is everything that I've been talking about because sarcopenia is muscle loss, and the muscle loss affects your bone muscle health. Yes, your muscle health affects your bones because if your muscles aren't strong enough to move you, your bones also are not going to grow. And sarcopenia is the definition of muscle loss. Postmenopausal women are in a significant estrogen deficit. Hence why this research study is postmenopausal. It's showing you what happens when the poop hits the fan. So the objectives of this study was looking at the menopause transition, which is what we call menopause. It is a transition. By technical definition, menopause is 1 day, which is 365 days since your last period. With the menopause transition, with the loss of estrogen, which is ovarian insufficiency, there is a decline in the estrogen concentration with potential health consequences affecting the quality of life. The loss of muscle mass, strength, function, known as sarcopenia, is common in postmenopausal women. The primary objective of this particular study was to look at the quality of life in postmenopausal women and its association with sarcopenia. Keep in mind, if you can't move and if you don't have muscles, it is the predictor of your longevity, and if you can't do stuff, you can't be you. This is why I'm always saying I want you to work out, I want you to lift, because I want you to be amazing at 86 and to live your best life. So in this study, they looked at 106 postmenopausal women, and the menopause symptoms and the risk of sarcopenia were assessed with the MRS rating scale, strength assistance walking, rise from the chair, climbing stairs, falls questionnaire. Respectively, sarcopenia was defined and assessed according to the Asian Working Group for Sarcopenia, the guidelines for 2019. Sarcopenia hasn't really been a big deal in research till recently, but now it's exploding, because now we know muscles are one of the most important organs that you've been ignoring. So the subjects in this study, the mean age was 59.34 plus or minus 7.21 years. The mean age of menopause was 49 plus or minus 2.67 years. Remember, in the US, the average age of menopause is 51. Is this shocking that they say that the average age of menopause is 49? No. But remember, menopause is a unique thing for all people. So the majority of these women had a high MRS score. They had mild somatic, which means body symptoms, moderate psychologic, severe urogenital symptoms. And so what this is saying to you is these women had problems all the way around. The somatic symptoms were significant in women with sarcopenia, meaning body pains, joint pains. So when you are hurting, that is a somatic dysfunction. Urogenital symptoms were significant with greater menopause duration because the longer estrogen is gone from the party, the longer your vaginal tissue lives without one of its plumping, make it healthy serums, if you think of it like that. There's a lot of estrogen receptors in your vaginal canal. Your urethra is embedded in your anterior vaginal wall. Your vaginal area needs estrogen, and from basically about the age of 45, we all could probably use estrogen. You put hydration stuff on your face, why not down there? But here's where I come in as a physical therapist. The appendicular skeletal muscle mass index was significantly less with greater menopause duration, meaning your limbs lose muscle mass the further we go into menopause. And this is why I nag you ladies to lift 3 times a week for 20 minutes to keep your muscle mass up so you don't get sarcopenia, because this sarcopenia messes with you. So sarcopenia was significantly associated with greater menopause duration. The longer the estrogen's gone, the more problems we have. And the MRS score basically says the worse your menopause is, the worse you are. So their conclusion is most of the women had moderate to severe MRS scores, so they felt horrible, which is suggesting poor quality of life. The majority of these women had sarcopenia, muscle loss, because they stopped moving their bodies, because as they lost estrogen, they became less motivated. As they lost estrogen, estrogen helps us build muscle. Most of the women felt they were strong. They thought they were strong, despite their sarcopenia. I mean, a woman doesn't want to say she's like frail. Nobody wants to say that. Although quality of life did not differ significantly with the duration of menopause, urogenital symptoms were significantly severe with greater menopause duration. No shock. Despite no significant association between quality of life and sarcopenia and postmenopausal women, somatic symptoms were significant in women with sarcopenia. The greater the menopause duration was associated significantly with sarcopenia. So if you want to live a long, healthy life, you have to care about the quality of your muscles. Do I like working out? No. But we are seeing over and over and over again that as we age, we are losing muscle mass. And over the age of 40, we are roughly losing 1% of muscle each year. It's kind of 8 to 10 per decade, but like I kind of just make it. But postmenopausal, so menopause, 365 days since your last period. Postmenopausal, the first 5 years postmenopausal is so fast. Everything is happening like crazy. And I want you to know you don't have to lose your muscle. You do have to work harder to keep your muscle. But keeping your muscle and keeping your mobility, which is your ability to get to the floor, move around, is going to help you prevent falls, keep proprioception, and help you stay mobile. I talk about joint mobility, but mobility also means your ability to move around the community, which is what I want for you guys. I want you to be able to get up from the floor safely. So if you needed a sign today to start moving your body to save future you, this is your sign.